on?
What up, dude?
Man, not much.
Yeah.
Just wrote a song.
Oh,
How are
you
you?
you just wrote a song.
Just did. We just got done about an hour ago, I guess.
Uh, when you leave a room, sometimes you're like, man, that was a good one. Sometimes they bring me like, what the crap did we just do for 3, 4 hours?
There's definitely that for sure. Today I felt like, man, that was a good one. So luckily that's what went on today. But yeah, there's times where I wanted to leave about as soon as we started writing the song.
You ever feel like though that one of those they're like, man, that's a real turd, but it ends up being one that somebody cuts and ends up being a kind of big deal?
Uh, I don't know if I've experienced that yet. I've got a few songs right now that I've been a part of writing that are on hold for a few different artists that let's just say I wasn't planning on cutting.
Morgan Wallen's on with us. I was going through some of your list, which, by the way, listen, I told you, when I saw you probably a few months ago at this point, that "Chasing You," man, that's my favorite song for like 5 months. Like and I'm not just saying that because you're in front of my face right now. Like that's one of my favorite songs of the past year or so. So, man, congratulations on just the song, but also like I'm a hard nut to crack at this point to even feel moved by anything. Dude, that song's a jam. So, congratulations.
Well, thank you, man. Yeah, I know you hear pretty much every song that's circulating around, so that means a lot, man. And I know you're not just saying that. I see some tweets that maybe that you made or your show made. I appreciate the love you guys have been showing me.
What was the song that fell out of you the quickest when it was your three number ones? Chasing You, Whiskey Glasses, or Up Down? Which one did you write the easiest? And you were like, damn, that came out pretty quick.
Chasing You for sure. That song is one that I actually wrote almost 5 years ago now. And I wrote it when I first moved to town. It was my first write with Craig Wiseman, and Jamie Moore was on there with us. But yeah, I was a little bit nervous because I knew about the legend of Craig Wiseman, and I wanted to make sure that I had something to bring to the table when I walked in the room, and that was kind of my idea. And Craig and Jamie loved it, and we kind of just I don't know, twisted the whole chasing you thing, and kind of mixed it with whiskey and all those kind of things, tail lights. And, it kind of just that song really kind of wrote itself pretty quickly, and really just gave me a lot of confidence. And I don't know, man, just let me know that maybe I belonged here.
Morgan Wallen is on with us right now. I was looking at some of your other catalog, and folks may not know that you're one of the writers. Your first ever number one song was a songwriter, "You Make It Easy," that Jason Aldean sang and was a hit. So I'm kind of counting down all the success. Are you rich yet? Like, you got money you can just blow a little bit or no?
Uh, Man, I have way more money than I ever thought I would, but I definitely wouldn't call myself rich. And I mean, even if I ever did get to that point where I felt that way, I don't know. I think just based off my raising and not really growing up with money, it's still a foreign thought to me, and I still don't go around being very reckless with my money. I try to. I guess I'm frugal, is what you would say.
I'm from Mountain Pine, Arkansas, which population about 700 people. You're from Sneedville, Tennessee. What's Sneedville like?
Man, it's not many more than 700. I don't know the exact number, but I'm sure we come from a similar place. Man, Sneeville's tucked in. It's in the valley in between some mountains, so you got to cross a mountain any way you go to get to a different city. And you got to go like 45 minutes to the Walmart. There's a Hardee's there. There's a Rite Aid. There's a Pizza Plus and a Subway. Not even a McDonald's or anything. And there's two red lights, I believe, and I don't know if they need those.
Heck no. That's like New York City compared to where we don't have a red light. We just got our first cell phone tower, Morgan, like a year and a half ago. When you would drive to my town, you would lose cell coverage, period. There was no cell. You had to drive out of town to actually work your cell phone. So, like, I get it. We got a Dollar General that was just built about a year ago on the outside of town. No red lights. That's kind of where we are. So, pretty similar. Everybody proud of you back home, though?
Yes, sir. I still have a lot of family over there, and my mama and my grandma and a lot of cousins, uncles, and things like that. So, yeah, I hear a lot of love from them, and I try to shout them out and stuff as much as I can too. So I think they appreciate that, and that I didn't forget them, and I I don't know. They raised me. It raised me, and East Tennessee is just a special place for me. And I've been all over the place, and I always thought that I wanted maybe to get out, but now that I've been everywhere, it's my favorite place still.
Your dad's a preacher?
Yeah, he is. He's not a pastor anymore, but he's still a preacher and pretty heavily involved in the church that they go to. But yeah, he was a pastor when I was growing up for the majority of the time. He pastored a church in Sneedville, and then we moved to a little spot in White Pine, Tennessee, which is close to Morristown, and pastored a church there for a while. And then that was the last one that he pastored. And whenever we moved to Knoxville, whenever I was going not into college, into high school, that's when he didn't pastor anymore. But yeah, I kind of got that upbringing for sure.
Okay, Morgan Wallen is on with us right now. I got to ask you about last weekend. All I see on my Instagram feed is them say, Morgan's drunken. Like my friends, not even like the news, Morgan. My friends were like, because they know you. And they're like, Morgan got drunk in a bar, got in trouble. What happened there? What happened over the weekend?
Well, I think I built kind of a reputation for being a little bit rowdy and maybe even rambunctious at times. Usually it's fun loving. We've been kind of cooped up in this quarantine for a couple months. I had a couple of my buddies come down and a few old friends, and it kind of just, got a little bit more rowdy than I guess we planned, and I took the hit.
Did you, what was up with the glass breaking? Did you punch something or did something fall? I don't even know the story there. What happened? They said you kicked some glass?
Well, man, I think it was just, I'm going to be completely honest, the whole night is pretty fuzzy to me, but I'm pretty sure I broke a shot glass, slammed it. I met some fans, and they bought me a shot, and we slammed it on the table, and mine broke.
Did Kid Rock bail you out of jail, or your buddies do that?
No, Kid Rock did not bail me out of jail. I wish I could say that he did, but my friends bailed me out. But he did text me the next night, and was just like, "Hey, man, everything's all good." He was kind of, not supportive or condoning it, but he was like, "Man, it happens." And he asked me if I wanted to come hang out, because I had never met him or anything. So we went over there and hung out, and I took that picture that I put on Instagram the day after, and just kind of looked, told him I was sorry and didn't really mean any harm or anything like that. So I guess, if you're going to meet Kid Rock, I guess you got to get kicked out of his bar.
Did you go to his trailer, or did you go to the bar to meet him?
No, I went out to his spot, and he has like a barn and a trailer out there, but I spent most of the time with him out in the barn. He showed me some of the cool stuff he's got. He's got like an old Waylon Jennings car and stuff like that, so I got to see some cool stuff that he had.
The weird thing about, and I still call him Kid Rock, but the weird thing about Kid Rock is he wants you to call him Bob. Did you call him Bob, or did you? I would just not say his name because he wanted me to call him Bob, but I would be like Kid Rock, so I'd just be like, hey man. What did you call him?
I think I took your route. Just kind of keep it a little bit general. Hey, bro. Hey, man. Because I'm the same way.
Hey, listen, man. I love it. Love that you got another number one. I just chasing you. Really, that's just such a great freaking song, man. Tell me about the new song real quick. More Than My Hometown.
Thank you, bro. Man, this song is one of, if not my favorite songs that I've been a part of writing so far. And there's obviously a lot of hometown references, and that's what the song is about. But also, the song to me just speaks to staying true to who you are, no matter what's going on around you, no matter who is around you, no matter what. You may love something, but you can't compromise yourself in the process. And I've kind of learned that before in my life, and I kind of wanted to speak on that and just use some hometown analogies and things like that. But man, we've had this song out for almost a couple months now, and the response has been overwhelming. Before we put this song out, I was going to go with This Bar as my next single, but this one has just trumped it as far as all the data that we can see and all that kind of thing. So it's kind of just it spoke for itself, and it's just became the single automatically. So I'm excited, that's happened, and it kind of just gave us no choice but to go with it. So hopefully it'll be, it'll go well for you guys too on the radio.
All right, Morgan, good to talk to you, bud. Really proud for you. Always fun to talk to. Hopefully I'll see you soon once things get a little more normal, all right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, Bobby. Good to talk to you. Be
See you,
good.
Morgan.